Hey, Biggs here, and we're going to talk about harps today. Now, first off, pardon my rudimentary playing. I'm self-taught. My teacher sucked, but that's not what this video is about. We are going to talk about some of the old wooden comb. Now, this particular Hohner blues harp here, this is not that old. I actually bought this new at a flea market about 10 years ago for 10 bucks. These marine bands, this one, I think back in the day, maybe I paid $4, $5, $6. These are all at least 40 years old. When I first started playing, there were no plastic combs like a Special 20, which actually I prefer to play. But at the current price of harps right now, Special 20, depending where you go, 55, 60 bucks. I don't know what marine bands are because I wouldn't buy another one, but I am going to try to save some of these. They've all been some of these have been sitting for quite a long time. This is a marine band in D. I mean, I don't know if you can see it good with this lighting. But we're going to get that all cleared out, cleaned out. I'm going to try my hand at reed gapping. That's a whole nother scenario. But I'm going to show you how to resurrect some of these harps. Harmonicas, pardon me. They're harps in my world. I mean, if you look here, I've actually got like masking tape holding the ends on, but you know, this is what happens. But like this one here, I mean, the reeds look okay. This is in D. That's a key I really like playing in, if you can call what I do playing. But this can be saved, and if I can save mine, you can save yours too. Here's one of the reasons you want to clean these. See all that? That is like spit from, you know, like 40 years ago. Pretty disgusting. You'd want to put your mouth on there? I don't think so. Same harp. This is the other end. This side's even worse. But I don't see any broken reeds, okay? So it's worth playing with, I think. We're going to clean this out, and then I'm going to show you how to put this back together to make a harp out of it again. I'm gonna try a little reed gapping. God, this one end is really disgusting. And number 8 up on the high end here. Ooh, that looks really bad, doesn't it? So you want to get that cleaned out, and then we're gonna show you a little magic here. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but see those flecks of black? Well, that's what was inside here. Now I've got this a lot better than what it was. I'm still going to work it a little bit more just to clean it out. That's not the point of this video, but I just thought I'd show you. If you look, the reed plates are actually riveted. See where my thumb is? That's a rivet. That's a rivet. That's a rivet. That's a rivet. That's what's holding it to the comb. Okay, but the next, we're not gonna undo those rivets because we're gonna use that as our alignment tool. Okay, and alignment on what we're going to do is really, really important. So you're going to see where we're going to go from here. Okay, I'm out in the garage now. I got to be crazy, but let me show you what the temp is in the garage here. If I could do this without a lot of reflection. You see that? That is about 24 degrees. I don't know if that shows commitment or that I should be committed. Anyway, what we have here is a number 33 drill bit, which I'm going to pull up back up on my phone here for you to see. I don't know if you could see it with the light, but it's number 33. Now, I do have a drill press. I'm sure you can do this with a hand drill, but with a press, you're going to be a little more accurate. But a hand drill, or even probably a Dremel with a fine touch, will work. So let's get the drill press set up and see if we can get some holes going here. Anyway, we're going to do this on a wood block. This isn't going to be 100% flat, but it'll be accurate enough for what we're doing here. I'm not going to be able to hold this and drill this at the same time, so you're just going to have to trust me on this part. Okay, I got holes drilled, as you can, hopefully you can see them. I've got my screw here, and I'll give you the screw size once I get back in the house here. I still got to do the plates, but you want to keep your reed plates on the comb because that's going to give you the exact guidance you need to drill straight all the way through, because that reed plate has already got holes in it from where the nails went. Now I'm going to have to do the covers. The covers are going to be a little more tricky because that's metal. But I would suggest slow drill speed. Take your time. From there, here's the plates right here. And we're gonna get this going. Okay, we got the holes drilled. Lay it on my phone here so you can see this. You can see the holes are drilled in the plates now. Now when you do this, like I said, do it at a slow speed. Use your existing holes as your guides. That way you know what's going to line up. You are going to get some trailing on the metal, I guess is the word. I don't know if you can see it in that picture. But, okay, so we got a bunch of files. You can see I've got actually quite the selection. This comes from being in automotive for 40 plus years. But anyway, what we're going to want to do, and I'll flip this around, is you're going to have to take that little bit of a burr off that metal. Now you can file it like I'm doing. Probably take you a little bit. Or if you've got a small grinding wheel, you could use a Dremel for this, okay? And that's what I may end up doing, simply because it'll be faster. The Dremel is in the house, and like I showed you before, it's 24 degrees in this garage right now, okay? So, okay, I got the plates drilled out. As you can see, that turned out pretty nice. I did use a Dremel to clean up underneath from the drilling. I could have used a file. You can use a file, But the Dremel with a small stone on it was so much faster. All right, where are we going here from here? I want to show you what size I'm using here. These are metric machine screws. Stainless. Stainless is kind of important because you don't want regular metal that's going to get rustier than rusty. I mean, your mouth is going to be on this, or somebody's is anyway. So, stainless screws. I could have used SAE or standard, but what I found on the SAE, the nuts were physically bigger, and I think that was going to interfere with the cover plates a little bit, so I didn't do it. Now, okay, I had to do a little recalculation here. I thought for sure 10 millimeter would be long enough. Ideally, you need 12 millimeter. You should be able to use that and not have to trim anything, or if you do, it's very little. Well, I know the orange guys want like $2.87 a pack in my area, so I went back by the green guys. Well, the green guys have got 10 or they've got 20. So I went over by the blue guys. You know who the blue guys are? They sponsored Jimmy Johnson in NASCAR for a long time. Like I said, I'm not giving any free plugs here, except for the Hohner, maybe. But anyway, they have packs of 12 for $2.48, at least in my area. I'll use the 20s and I'll trim them with a Dremel. You could do it with a hacksaw, I'm sure. But also, make sure, if you do this, you see it says pan head. Get the pan heads. Don't get the button heads, because the heads are too big. All right, let's put this together and I'll show you what we got. Okay, I got the screws started, as you can see. Like I said, don't run them all the way in, because you're going to have to massage that other plate a little bit to get it to line up. Also, be really aware of how that cover plate lines up with that reed plate. There is nothing worse than getting your mustache caught between that cover plate and that reed plate. Ask me how I know this. Let's get this tightened up. Okay, so if you look at the nut, I've started one. The nut lines up with the side of the cover plate perfectly, so it'll tighten that up real nice. But you also won't need any kind of a wrench, because it's resting on that bend in the cover plate there. So keep it short like I got on this side. Put the nut on it, and then continue to draw your screws through it. That'll tighten it up real nice. Okay, I got all the nuts and bolts together. You notice the plates are nice and tight up to the reed plate, so you're not going to tear half your mustache out. I'm going to trim these bolts down. I got a little cutting wheel on a Dremel. You could use a file, you could use a hacksaw, I suppose, but a Dremel is just so much easier. So let me take care of that, and we'll go from there. Okay, I got this cut down, cut off. This is what I used, a Dremel with a cutting wheel on it. Like I said, a file, a hacksaw. With the Dremel, if you're going to use that, keep your finger over the holes so you don't get any little metal shavings in there, because you don't want to be sucking that in. That is for sure. Anyway, here it is. It's all good. Gap is good. Like I said, I had a very bad teacher. I have my backing vocalist right there. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody out there. This is what I did. Maybe you got a better way to do it, but at the price of harps these days, I unstuck one reed, did some very minor gapping, and here you go, back in business. I can't say I'd want to gig with it, but for practice or put it in your pocket when you're driving your car at the stoplight, harps away.